Okay. Let's just check to make sure that we're live. All right, notifications popped up. All right. Okay. All right. Let's just check to make sure that we're live. So, we're live. It seems like we might need a little more light in here. But I'll rock with this for now. Let's put this light on a little bit more on me. All right. All right, guys. So, as you know, that Hurricane Melissa have blasted through the islands, and while tearing through the island, it left a trail of devastation. So, to know that it hit the different islands, Jamaica, then Cuba, touching Haiti. So I believe right now it's on its way to Bermuda, right? I think so. It's on its way to Bermuda. But I want to give you an update on what has happened and how the state of the devastation is. And let's jump into it.
Rescue efforts underway across the Caribbean after Hurricane Melissa tore through the region is one of the most powerful Atlantic storms in more than 150 years. Torrential downpours, strong winds unleashing widespread destruction along the storm's path.
At least 30 people are known to have died, though the full toll of the storm may take days, even weeks to be determined. The island of Jamaica took the heaviest battering, with Melissa making landfall there as a powerful Category 5 storm. That's where we find CNN's Derek Van Dam. He joins us on the phone from Black River, Jamaica, not far from where the storm made landfall. Derek, what are you seeing where you are?
Boris, this is hell on earth. That's using one person, one survivor's description of what is unfolding across this part of Western Jamaica. We have now finally made it into some of the hardest hit regions of Black River, and it's completely devastated. It is quickly becoming a race against time. This is truly a developing crisis. If we don't get significant aid into this area, there will be a humanitarian disaster that develops, and we need to get access and aid and critical infrastructure here desperately. It is extremely hot here. Obviously, there's no power, very little communication. We're working off of a Starlink as we speak, but we're one of the very few who has access to that around this area. And we are, just to set the scene, at the mouth of the Black River, which exits into the Caribbean Ocean. I can see the turbulent seas behind me. And this has almost become an ad hoc meeting point for family, friends, to come and check on their loved ones, because the bridge that goes across the Black River into the town of Black River, where the largest population resides, who rode out the fury of Hurricane Melissa, is located. So this ad hoc meeting place, because no one can communicate with the people who were the most badly impacted by this storm. So they've come here to try and desperately find people. I've seen reunions happen right in front of my face. Tears, people crying, hugging, smiling, telling stories. We've witnessed people walking with suitcases on top of their heads, taking motorbikes, trying to exit the region, but the roads are just completely decimated and littered with debris, feet of sand, mixture of brackish water. We have had helicopters. We've had a helicopter fly over. I don't know whether or not that was the Jamaican Defense Forces, but it definitely had that look to it. But it was racing very expeditiously, as in it was trying to get to the Black River region as fast as possible. I'm going to open up and just kind of let you hear what we are witnessing. I see police officers right now. I can hear the sirens. I'm seeing some heavy construction equipment moving into the area, but it is complete gridlock and really chaotic down here because not only of the amount of people, but really the desperation that is only going to mount as the hours pass, because people will need water, they will need food, they will need medical assistance. There's no telling what's beyond this bridge because we can't drive over it. We're going to try and walk over it. It seems as if people from Black River are doing that to evacuate from the region, but that is going to be challenging in itself. I see Jamaican police forces here directly in front of me. That's a good sign. But Boris and Brianna, I just cannot reiterate the unfolding humanitarian crisis, especially for this part of Jamaica. And if we don't get aid here, it's going to be a disaster.
And Derek, talk about the landscape. I mean, looking at some of those trees, it almost looks like what I've seen after a tornado. Just the way they have been broken off. There's no leaves. I imagine this is a place that's normally pretty lush, and it's been completely denuded of all leaves in these trees. What kind of force do you have to go through to do that?
Brianna, on any given day, this place is absolute paradise, but now it is hell on earth. The storm surge, which authorities said in Black River reached 16 feet at their command center, has wiped out, at least 100 yards of real estate property here right along the coastline. And that water sucked back into the ocean and brought the debris with it, which is stuck right along the coast. You're seeing pictures of it, I'm sure. It's absolutely devastating.
It's terrible. Derek, thank you so much. We know that you're just getting into the area. You're on the phone with us. It speaks to some of the connectivity issues, obviously, that have come after the storm, of course, and we know you'll continue to keep us updated. Stay safe and stay with CNN.
We are making arrangements as I speak to get igloos with ice and water and food supplies to these affected areas. Over the next 2 days, a massive relief program between ODPEM, the Ministry of Labor, and our partners will intensify to get relief supplies to the various communities.
Hurricane Melissa is the strongest storm to ever hit Jamaica. Those stuck in Melissa's path described the moment that they came face to face with the hurricane's fury.
The worst day of my entire life, the worst experience of my entire life. To see my place being flooded out, it was terrifying for me and my child. The water level reached me to my waist. I was stuck in my house. They had to break into my home to save me. Right now I have 3 children in my home that we rescued, and we are literally desperate for some help at this point. There is mud everywhere.
I want to take a closer look now at the remnants of what the storm left behind in many areas. Journalist Jonathan Petramala caught the recovery efforts on camera and brings us this report.
The agricultural loss is going to be staggering. Crops like coconut. This is one grove of coconut trees that every single one in that grove, every single one of these trees has been flattened by the force of the winds from Hurricane Melissa. Then you look over and you see the brown,
Wow.
where the leaves were stripped away from the trees here. Again, from the force of the winds of Hurricane Melissa. It's like fall has come to this tropical island. It only happens at the strongest of hurricanes. What's been astounding to see is just the effort of everyday Jamaicans who are getting out with their machetes, with their own chainsaws, to try and clear just a tremendous amount of trees and power lines and even bamboo, because they know so many people need access to the hardest hit area here in the western part of the island where Hurricane Melissa made landfall 2 days ago. It's just a race against time to try and get help and aid there as quickly as possible, or at the very least just to be able to make contact with a loved one that they still don't know if they're okay. Where are you trying to get to?
White House, Westmoreland.
The worst hit, from what I understand. How are you feeling about it?
So bad because my friend called me and tell me that my house is gone, man. So I'm leaving from all over, checking to see what's going on down there.
That is a very good sign. Heavy equipment. We have not seen that the last couple of days as miles and miles of roadway has been cleared. Again, there's only one main highway to get back to these areas, and so it's very difficult as it's just strewn with debris from the force of the winds from Hurricane Melissa. Near Bamboo, Jamaica, I'm Jonathan Petramala for CNN.
Just devastation all the way around. All the way around devastation. I don't know how they're going to handle this. What's this?
If you live in a Florida zip
we
code
don't
and
want
have
this.
0 DUIs in the last 5 years, listen carefully.
Skip this ad. So
The rarest storm in history. This is history for Jamaica.
You climbed up during the hurricane to onto your roof to nail it down so it wouldn't blow away.
Yes, so it wouldn't blow away. It's a pain in everybody's ass in Jamaica.
We have a problem. Even a day after landfall for Hurricane Melissa here in Jamaica, most of the world doesn't understand just how bad this hurricane was, because that part of the island where the hurricane made landfall is still inaccessible. We've been trying for over 12 hours to reach the coast, but this road is blocked. The only highway in and out, blocked by trees, blocked by power lines. The only real images that people have seen are from the eastern part of the island, where the winds weren't nearly as fierce and the rain didn't come down nearly as hard. What people have seen are fake AI videos and pictures. That's what's being shared on social media, because there is no ground truth over here. There's no electricity, there's no internet, there's no cell phone service. So people are making things up. And that's why we're here, to show you the reality. And what we've seen so far is as bad.
thank goodness for Starlink, because if they didn't have Starlink, they wouldn't be able to broadcast the actual real evidence of what has happened because of Hurricane Melissa. She wreaked havoc on the islands, and we are going to go over some more pictures of some more videos of Jamaica, and then we're going to move on over to Haiti and Cuba as well, just to see actually what devastation they experienced, right? Because this is quite a hard ordeal for a lot of people. And just you heard that one guy said he spoke to his friend and he told him that his house is gone. So when they say gone, they don't mean that just the roof was blown off. They mean that the house is flattened. Right, so let's continue.
As we feared.
The worst hurricane for my born. Worst one. So it's kind of wettish.
Yeah.
Setting wet up. All the TV.
How high was the water inside?
It was high like this.
Okay.
So we have
Whoa.
to go
So
now.
it came rushing.
Rush in. Come in. Damage everything inside here.
Yeah.
See?
And did it rush outside?
Rush outside. And then come through here so too because I have to open the door.
Yeah.
And they come through. All the mattress here wet up.
How did you stand on your mattress?
No,
or what did you guys do?
What we do and take up the mattress, so and cock up.
Yeah.
You have to cock up, what we gonna do? We can't do nothing. Nothing at all we can't do.
She said we cock up.
I mean, you had to be just absolutely.
And some of we sit down like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can survive.
So you can tell, I mean, these people don't have much, but what they did have, it's gone. Everything from their clothes, the electronics, even their Bible is wet and ruined. How do you recover from nothing like this? With what resources? This is why it's so important for resources to get here as quickly as possible, help, aid from the outside.
Wow.
You know that they've worked so hard and scraped together everything they can just to have a home here, to have what they had before. And then it's just taken away like that. They definitely need help.
That's what Mother Nature does.
Do you have drinking water or anything like that?
No, me no drinking water.
Okay.
Because I want drum with the drinking water on top and the breeze gone with it.
And so all the food, everything.
I mean, no food, the food done. So as long as time I come, everybody food. And then say time I come, look money done.
Yeah.
You know me. Yeah, right now we not here nothing. Nothing at all we not have. Nothing. Water run through. We try to save, but we can't save over, we can't save. Because if we save.
Goat drowned.
Oh man.
See how one more there, look.
Another goat drowned. How important are these animals for you?
Oh, important.
These animals. This is how you eat, right?
Yeah, I see one more over there, so.
3. I see 3.
I see one more there, so.
Wow.
Not some Ghana bush.
Yeah. The faster it gets open, the more help gets in quickly, and at least water, at the very least, right?
Right. No power, no light.
All of their goats
It's
drowned.
gonna be a while. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
But water can come in,
Yeah.
food.
Yes, that's what we want
But-
here.
You know, it's crazy. I looked at the video, and it appears that they had the goats tied up. So even if the goat had an opportunity, to make its way to safety, it couldn't because it was tied up. So they didn't even think about like releasing the goats. They could have taken the goats inside the house. That's what I would have done. I would have taken the goats inside the house, or possibly build a elevation where the goats can be on. They just left the goats outside, tied up with a noose around its neck, and so it was bound to suffer, bound to die, bound to drown.
Tin,
Yeah,
you know, for
food and so.
exactly.
So my shop, my shop.
That can come in, yeah.
I might shop this.
This is where your shop
Yeah,
is.
this is my room tile.
Yeah,
It's gone. I try to put it back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Annette,
And it. Yes.
there he goes.
Yeah.
I like your artwork.
How do you laugh after that? After watching your world shredded by wind, water, the roof gone, the fields flooded, animals killed, the power out, somehow here they still do. That's Jamaica. The real story of Hurricane Melissa, though, starts miles away from Kingston in a place called Santa Cruz, where survival still comes with a smile.
Wow.
If you live in a Florida zip
Listen,
code
man.
and have 0 DUIs
This
in the last
is
5 years,
incredible.
listen.
The devastation.
It's just absolute chaos. So you have a front end loader trying to work. You got guys trying to like direct traffic here because you have 2 lanes of traffic. One coming in through this parking lot down to try to get through. This is the only main highway to get through Santa Cruz here. And then this one front end loader trying to remove all of this gravel debris that was brought in. This road essentially was like a river coming in off the mountain. It's like a river, huh? What was the flooding like here?
Yeah?
What was the flooding like last night?
It was high enough, bad. So all these things wash, all these are debris, you know.
So just
all these are debris are packed up here.
all of it pushed in?
Yes, pushed in, yes.
And so it was from this gully right here, right?
Right, yes. Yeah, it passed under the road. But apparently it becomes too full. So it couldn't get the pass fast enough, so it break up the...
How? What was worse
Look
about
at
this
that
storm?
devastation,
was it the
man.
rain or the wind?
Both, you know, because very... Well, I am 72 years old, and this is the roughest time I've ever seen. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
What made it the...
See what a 72-year-old Jamaican look like? Strong and strapping. Good food. Good food. Let's go back for a second. That's him right there. 72 years old. 72. And he's strong and strapping.
I am 72 years old, and this is the roughest time I've ever seen. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
What made it the worst for you, 72 years old?
Because the wind, it had more wind. More wind, yes. I think Ivan had more rain, but this one was a lot of wind, stronger wind. Yes.
I've spent my life telling the stories of others, the survivors of floods, hurricanes, disasters, but I barely know my own family story. That's why I'm excited to partner with MyHeritage. This video's sponsor, they're helping with MyHeritage name as a rival.
Fast forward through this.
With over the American news, there's featured a click.
Let's fast forward through this.
Apparently, I come from great 71. Just a name, free, and then just. I'll also have. So clearly what happened is the water gets blocked here and it just starts rising and it's raging in and all the debris comes down and this is the relaxation. YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, man.
Ah, YouTube.
Good to meet you.
All right, yeah.
Do you live here?
Yeah, I live
here. What was it like last night?
It was very terrifying. It was very terrifying. So a terrifying moment right through. Even I live up the road, Jerusalem, and listen, I was looking through the window, and it's so terrifying. Me have to go on my roof in the storm in a raincoat with my hammer and nail on my roof to save it.
So you had to you climbed up during the hurricane onto your roof to nail it down so it wouldn't blow away.
Yes, so it wouldn't blow away.
So,
and I see other people.
So what if he had blown away? He climbed on the roof during the hurricane, nails a hammer to nail the roof down so the roof wouldn't blow away. But what if he had blown away? Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. He did not get blown away, which is a very good thing. Very good thing. Let's continue.
Resident in my area, their roof lift off, church, everything. So there was a team of us out there trying to help other people also. Because we've been through this before, and this is a similar situation.
I was talking to a guy, he's just right over here, Nathan, 72 years old. He says this is the worst.
Yeah, he lives in my area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he says it's the worst one.
Yes, because I've lived close by him before, and it was a similar situation. We have to go on the roof and help other people.
So what about this storm was the worst in your opinion? Was it the wind or was it the rain?
The wind. The wind. The wind. I could see the wind go out and pick up speed, and it was blowing east-west. East-west. It was going east-west. It was going this direction. East-west. Yeah. Right through. For like 4 to 5 hours. I stand at my window looking out.
Was it?
I get scared. It's the scariest I ever been, and I am a brave man. And it's the scariest I ever been.
What made you feel that fear?
My roof. Yeah. I didn't want to lose my roof, because losing my roof would cause me to find some other asylum, some places to stay, and I will lose my stuff inside my house.
Damien, what's up, man?
Yeah,
it's Jonathan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. YouTube right now.
Oh, this storm is very crazy. My roof, it's gone. My lane is flooding out. That's Junco Lane, Wilton, St. Elizabeth. It's gone. It's flooding. It's pressuring right now. Right now, Jamaica is a disaster. Yeah, Jamaica is a disaster right now. So we just have to pray up for the best and the good. Help each one when we can help, and that's it.
Gregor was telling me that it was the worst storm for him. He was terrified. What about you?
Yeah, it's the worst storm in history.
Wait a second.
It's the worst storm in history. This is history for Jamaica. Everything, the hospital, the JPS public, that everything is crazy. All we have to do, help one another.
Hurricane Melissa is devastating, and its real impacts centered around the intense eye wall. That's why miles matter in hurricanes. So the closer you drive to where the storm made landfall and moved across Jamaica, the worse the damage. With only one main highway and covered for miles in downed trees and power lines or damaged by flash flooding, it appears very few government or military workers arrived or even brought proper equipment to clear the road.
Are you still stuffing your...
Wow. This is incredible to see. Incredible to see. Wow, this is devastation right there. Devastation. Let's skip this ad. Pause it. Just go back for a second. And
or military workers arrived or even brought proper equipment to clear the road.
I want to hey man, that's my job.
It was just average Jamaicans with machetes and their own chainsaws making that slow and grueling progress to the coast.
There's a saying that one hand washes the other. So each one help one, and that's what they're doing right now. Each one is helping one another. Yeah, I'm good on this guy for his on-scene coverage, because this is giving good content and good context to what the devastation is like in Jamaica. So I appreciate this guy for his labor, is on the ground, his foot on the ground, experiencing firsthand and delivering the information firsthand using Starlink, so no AI bots or AI creation can be done to make it seems like the devastation is not as bad. But like I say, I will go on to Haiti and Cuba next or Cuba and Haiti next, whichever comes first, and see what they're saying there. So for those that don't speak English, sorry, my apologies. For those that don't speak Creole and that don't speak Spanish, Espanol, won't necessarily understand. Even the Jamaicans, some people may not understand the language because it's called patois and Jamaican patois, and so certain words might not be familiar to you, but you'll understand if you listen slow. All right, let's continue.
There's a guy with one leg and a chainsaw.
That is skill. The guy has one leg and he has a chainsaw. Yo, that is skill. One leg with a chainsaw. One leg with a chainsaw.
This is the only highway to reach where Hurricane Melissa made landfall. And now there's a small army of people trying to clear the trees that are blocking the way to get to the survivors. Even men with one legs are operating chainsaws to try and get these trees out of the way as quickly as possible. We have not seen the worst of what Hurricane Melissa has brought to Jamaica yet, because there's just no cell phone service, there's no internet there's no power, and so we haven't been able to get a glimpse through this wicked terrain, the mountains, the forests, of what this storm did. And that's why we really want to show what has happened, so aid and help and volunteers can get here as quickly as possible. It's also a race against time to show the world what has happened here while the attention is still on Hurricane Melissa, so aid can come in from around the world to the people who need it most here.
First we've experienced this type of storm, you know? First. Enough damage to do already still.
Where do you live?
Back in St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Further back up.
Well, are you trying to reach friends, family?
No, we have some bees out there, so we're going to go look on them, you know.
Make sure that your bees are okay.
Okay.
How do you feel about it?
Nervous. Nervous, honestly. But we're getting there otherwise, you know.
Closer to the storm, more roofs gone, more lines down, and no communication. Sometimes the silence is the hardest thing to survive.
Because we haven't been able to communicate. That's the big thing. Communication is a problem.
Yeah, I mean, when it goes out,
yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be for, though. That's the thing. The quicker the communication, the better. Even if you don't have electricity, communication would be easy, be much better.
What would you tell the outside about this? Because here's why I'm asking. Because there's no communication, I don't think people understand how bad it is down there.
Yeah. I think people overseas are more, our family over there was more worried about us than people here. It's just that it's not knowing. That's the big thing for them. I just wanted to let them know that we're all right, you know, and everybody's alive.
And remember, please go support the sponsors that support me. Scan the QR code that's on your screen. It's going to take you to myheritage.com, where you can sign up for a free 14-day trial, and you can discover the stories that live in your.
He was fired just 3 weeks before he was set to retire.
And now?
It's one of those.
He's becoming an
ads.
industry whistleblower. Kate Jennings has the story.
30 years.
Connections.
That's a lie.
Here, the fear of what you don't know cuts deeper than what's already lost. Some walked for hours just to hear their mother's voice.
They have no roof. Everything inside is wet. Even my mom, I'm so sorry for her. I don't know how she's gonna manage right now, you know, with me only right now for her. So I went down there and tried to help her fix some stuff. All her neighbors, everybody wrecked. I haven't ate anything all morning, the way how I'm concerned. And I'm going all the way back up. Because I've been up this morning from 6 walking. And I stay by my mom sometime. And now I'm going back. And I left out like what, 11:30. When I was walking out, well, I came out the lane. And it was 11:30. I'm like, all right, let me see how. And you know, it's an hour since I'm walking.
So over 3 hours to walk to mom, but anything's worth it for mom, huh?
Exactly. I just went there to make sure she's all right and tell her that tomorrow I'm gonna have to come back and I'm gonna see if I can get some nails and all of that, some zinc nail, because she pick up some of the zinc, but they don't even make no sense. They won't be, you know.
Yeah.
They don't have any use anymore.
It had to be a big relief though that she was okay.
Yes, that's the only reason why I walk, because I know based on the wind, I know her roof wouldn't be safe. She got to run to her neighbor house. Luckily, her neighbor have a deck house. So right now, everything in our house is all wrecked.
Unfortunately, we couldn't make it all the way to the coast. Too many trees, too many power lines, too much flooding, not enough resources. So we had to turn around. Still so much to see, so much to report on, and I hope we're able to. But I hope this video, for the last few minutes, at least gave you a chance to put yourself in some of these people's shoes.
Those are not really the hiking shoes.
I know, because I have to stop down there and step in some dirty water enough to cool my feet down. Yeah. But that's my daughter there. She's 11 years old. She's been doing it with me from morning and
Good for
have
you.
more energy than me.
You must be happy Grandma's okay.
She was heading the road when I was coming this morning. You know, I'm like, wait for me. She's like, come here. Oh my God.
And remember that they're going to be in their shoes for a lot longer. Weeks, months, years. This is going to be a long, long recovery effort. And I also want to remind my fellow Americans whose vacations were bothered by this at their resorts with generator power and internet, and who seem to be making Hurricane Melissa about them online. I hope it gives you a little bit more perspective of the reality of Hurricane Melissa and its impacts here in Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah. What he's saying is true.
It's been a long day. It's been a long week. And thank you, though, for continuing to trust me to share these stories. I'll have more to come.
So you're telling me Harvard discovered you can improve vision by nearly 40% in just a few days? Did you hear Oxford discovered vision problems are
On Tuesday, Hurricane Melissa joined the ranks of some of the most powerful landfalling hurricanes ever in the Atlantic and the strongest to ever strike Jamaica. And since then, we've been hearing stories of survival as well as resilience on the ground.
Getting a lot of those stories from our very own Fox Weather correspondent, Robert Ray. He is joining us now from Old Harbor, Jamaica this morning. Robert, you've been giving us looks throughout the island, including Montego Bay. Soon we are going to talk to a tourist who's in Montego Bay, but you've been speaking to locals, to Jamaicans who've called this place home, and the sense that we've seen, it's incredible loss.
Indeed, yeah. Good morning to you from Old Harbor, Jamaica. We left Kingston this morning. That's the only place that we could get rest because the power is out in so many places where we were to the northwest yesterday near Montego Bay. But you see the activity here in this town. There is no power and water here. And the reason we're broadcasting live from this situation at this moment is we are trying to make our way to St. Elizabeth, which is to the southwest of where we're at, where the storm essentially came in at 185 mile an hour, Cat 5, a destruction like you can't believe. We hope to get there, and we're reporting in these communities on the way in. And you can see it is bustling here this morning. And we see the video from yesterday, guys, that we captured on a 50-mile swath driving from St. Ann Parish all the way into Montego, and remarkable catastrophic destruction. Sorry, ma'am. And so that is what we're dealing with, a humanitarian crisis that is unfolding right now, unfortunately, where women, children, infants, men, elderly are all going through scenarios where they have no homes and they are in the heat and they have nowhere to sleep and they need water and they need food. And yet Jamaica has at least 25,000 people in shelters, over 800 shelters open. But the problem is, how do you get to the shelters when you've lost everything? There are towns, or neighborhoods rather, in Montego Bay, like Catherine's Hall, that had inundation during the storm with we are told upwards 8 to 12 feet of water, and now caked in mud and interiors of these homes destroyed with all the furniture blown out and people needing help, needing assistance, needing all of that to be taken out. Listen to one woman that we came across yesterday and she was very frantic and you don't blame her. Listen.
Yeah, we need help. We're tired of this. We're tired of this. Look how we also baby them can't be it. No, we can't be it. We cannot style this. We need help.
And that is the scenario in so many areas. She is just one of many people, thousands that are going through that struggle right now. And I'm going to bring in Alawain Wright, who is with the Constable Police here. Alawain, if you could come over to this side, please. Sir, thank you for being with us. And I'm going to step up here. We're on a very busy road right now. There's no power. There is no running water. What are you guys going through, and what do you know as far as trying to get rebounded here and the power on and aid?
All right, so what is happening here now? Persons are going about their business, trying to visit their loved ones. They're trying to purchase some supplies, as in food, batteries, etc. The Jamaica Public Service, they have did some work yesterday along West Street, which is one of the areas that were badly affected by Hurricane Melissa. So here now, you know, we are resilient people as Jamaicans.
Indeed.
Yes, so we are putting ourselves together, irrespective of what happened. We are staying strong, and you know, the police is out here. We are here to protect, to serve, and to reassure. So right now, we are doing public order, ensuring that, you know, the vehicles are adhering to the rules of the road, because, you know, persons might be going through some trauma. You know, we are here interacting with the public as well, because, you know, persons are going to such trauma at this moment.
Unbelievable trauma.
So we as a police, we have to be out here to encourage the persons, show empathy and sympathize with them.
How is your family doing?
Well, yes, they are okay. You know, we have to give God thanks. They are okay. But, you know, you have so many persons right now can't get in contact with their family.
Yeah.
You know, persons, cell towers are down. Persons are not in connection with their loved ones.
Let me ask you this: are you concerned about you know, people and society unraveling as the days go by if services are not brought on, like power, food, electricity? Is that a worry for you as law enforcement?
Yes, you know, I'm very concerned. You know, because the people is our forefront. You know, as in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, we are here to serve the people. So we are very concerned, you know, of the person's mental health.
Oh, yes.
You know, mental health is very important, you know, and also the emotions that they're going through right now.
Not only that, yeah, the emotions, but then you have, you know, sweltering heat.
Yes.
You have no ability to cool off.
Yeah.
And if you can't find water or something else to drink,
Hi,
it
how you
really
doing?
begins to wear. And imagine, I mean,
All right, have you heard anything from anybody in Jamaica?
Exactly.
You know?
Yes. So, you know, so persons
Hold
who
on,
are
hold
of
on.
the disabled
ahead.
community, you know.
Talking to me?
Yeah, have you heard anything from anybody in Jamaica? Any relatives, anybody?
Me hear from one relative in Senti, from them mash up real bad. Them homeless. Thank you. Really homeless. They was mash up low way. Westmoreland. Some of them call a ball, their house washery. Them asleep, now wash for bus and stuff like that. It's terrible. It's terrible. The one them at town, all right. My sister now, Olaba. Fear house coming, soaking all the way. Oh God, Neil, it's terrible. Right now, me just tell a lady here to tell her son, say, you know, me ask for some money. People don't have money like rich shit. Me ain't tell him mother to give me $500. Come me say me go buy food. Me go Pampers for adults in the hospital too. Cause me can't just look out for my family alone. The community is there with picnic where need clothes and shelter. You understand? So me go ask some other people know for help, so me can buy quite amount of food and clothes and sitting. Even if we got a thrift shop. Just go buy some things and give me. Let me stock them and ship down and go down, go contribute, go give it out.
So you're gonna fly down there and give it
Yes, I
out?
will. Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yes, I will.
Have you heard from?
Nikki?
Yeah.
It look like she not on no light, and if she not on no light, she not on no phone for charge. I try and call her, I don't get her. I try and call everybody.
Yeah, it appears that it blew more on the what was it, the east side or
Westmoreland,
the west side?
and St. Elizabeth.
So
and
that's
St.
the
Anne.
west side.
That's in the country.
Yeah, because I'm doing a stream right now and I'm watching the devastation. I'm looking at the devastation, the aftermath of actually how the island has been decimated, and so that's why I called to find out if you were able to hear from anybody down there.
Neil, you have me alive.
Don't worry about that. No, don't worry about that.
If I will kill you.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to kill me.
Goodbye.
All right, talk to you
Goodbye,
later.
Neil. Goodbye. I can't
Bye.
believe you did that to me.
Oh, do what? Hold on. Hold a second. Give me a second.
No, I must sympathize with them because they cannot mobilize as much, especially those who are not physically able and those who cannot see, you know. So I sympathize with them. But, you know, as Jamaicans, we are going to come together. Yeah. And we are going to work together when we're going to help. Each and every one will help one. You understand? So right now, as I said before, we are resilient people. And, you know, with the melanin in our skin, we are used to the heat.
Yes.
So we will survive.
You will.
Yeah, we will survive.
But your message to the world as far as bringing in aid when they can with these airports, which, by the way, should start later today. I'll explain that in a second, everybody. But Jamaica needs aid. They need help right now, don't they?
Yes, we do. We need all the aid that we can. Anywhere from even Australia, we need aid, we need help. And Minister Vaz has said last night that, you know, it's a possibility that the airport, Kingston, Norman Manley, will be open today.
Indeed.
So we can get aid, and, you know, and the ports, we can get aid through the ports. Because if this storm did travel through Kingston and St. Andrew, I don't know what would happen because all the logistics is there.
I will tell you this, we were talking about this on the drive from Kingston in here this morning. Thank God that Kingston was not hit by wind and the rain that we expected. Because I don't know what would be happening right now if Kingston Airport could not reopen. I mean, it's almost a higher power blessing, right?
Yes, we have to give God thanks. And, you know, Jamaica, land we love, you know, eternal Father, bless our land. God bless this land.
Yeah.
Because of God's blessing, we are here now. Some lives has lost, but, you know, we still have to give thanks. It could be worse. A category 5.
Unprecedented.
You know, yes. The catastrophic level would be so high. You know, the death toll would be so high if that category 5 hurricane passed through Kingston and St. Andrew, which, you know, has most of the population. Sorry, has most of the population. So, you know, we have to give God thanks. We have to give the higher power thanks.
Indeed. My friend, incredible.
Yes,
we are all trying to help the situation. We're trying to get the visuals out and insight like you out there so that people understand. And God, I thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for talking to me. And
I'm just gonna thank you as well. Thank you as well to bring in Jamaica to the world, to let them know that we are here and we are building back. We are building back, but we need assistance in building back. Because remember, we are all people, you know, and we are connected in every way because we are of, you know, the same nature. We have flesh and blood. So, you know,
what a beautiful message, and you're so right. We are all here as human beings, despite where we live, despite socio-economic differences. We are all here together.
Exactly. Irrespective of our status, irrespective of our race and our creed, we are all one. Flesh and blood, all right?
Indeed, my friend.
Yes.
Indeed. We will get through this.
Thank you.
Godspeed to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Godspeed.
Yes.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, you hear it. You hear what's going on. And the cop really gave some insight of what's really happening there. And it appears that every corner on that has been hit are in disarray. You heard that woman, mud. You see her. Mud is all over her. Like her legs, her arms are plastered in mud. And they're just devastated. So this police officer is actually giving a good account of what plans are in motion to actually help and give aid to those that are devastated. And as you heard, I just called someone on live, and she's planning to gather monies together from those that want to contribute, and she's going to load up a barrel and bring it down there and give it out to people that are asking for help. The devastation is just overwhelming for a lot of people. Let's continue. Just overwhelming.
Guys, I want to say one other thing as I leave you here in this incredible situation this morning, and that is the fact that the Montego Airport, which is decimated, at least 5 to 7 of the gates are not going to be operable, and commercial flights are going to have problems getting in and out of there in the days and weeks ahead. Having said that, up there in an area that needs desperate help right now, they are working to get at least aid, relief choppers and planes that come in on those runways, because they feel like the runways are going to be okay. And that area, hopefully we'll start to see that soon. But Kingston is trying to reopen here this morning, and we are going to continue our trek and make our way, hopefully, into St. Elizabeth to bring you those images. And it is bustling here this morning, but a reminder, no power, no water, and provisions, food, water, and the rest, really not abundant. Back to you.
Well, wish you safe travels through South Jamaica, because that's the coastline that took the landfall. Robert Ray, we appreciate it.
Yeah, so it was in south, like the west part, apparently on the west part. Like those that are on the east side didn't really get devastated that much. They had heavy winds, but they didn't really feel the impact of Hurricane Melissa. So southwest, west are those that felt the devastation. All right, so let's see if there's any more coverage that I can pull up, and other newscasters and what they're saying to make sure that we're getting a full coverage of what's going on. All right, so let's continue.
They're reporting to us from Old Harbor, Jamaica.
Let's see if we can fast forward.
Watch
through
what
this.
magnesium does to your bowels.
If you have to wipe more than 4 times after you poop,
Come
here's
on.
why.
Don't want that.
Welcome back to America's Weather Center, everybody. I'm Bob Van Dillon on the beach, almost in Manitoba.
Okay, so let me minimize this and see what's going on over, and see what they're saying in terms of this is where is this? Let me maximize this and see where this is. I think this is an aerial view in Jamaica as well. So let me.
The devastating aftermath of Hurricane Melissa is coming into sharper focus this morning across the Caribbean. From roofs completely ripped off homes to entire towns flooded, aerial tours revealing the level of devastation.
We have no light, we have no water, and we have limited amount of food items. It's like we're cut off from the rest of the world right now.
These before and after satellite images showing the swath of destruction across parts of the country. Our team set out from Kingston to try and reach the town where the hurricane made landfall.
Part of the roadway here covered in mud, bringing traffic to a standstill in some parts.
residents taking it upon themselves to help with the cleanup.
Water inside. We up here, so you have to swim. Yeah.
You had to swim.
Yeah.
Americans David and Carissa told us their belated honeymoon in Montego Bay took a terrifying turn as the hurricane closed in.
It sounded like the roof was going to get ripped off. Like, it was terrifying. I think our number one priority is, just how do we get home? Right now, it's just all up in the air.
They're among the many tourists stranded in Jamaica. Montego Bay's airport sustaining damage. Water seen pouring through the roof of the terminal. The storm also pounding other parts of the Caribbean. In Haiti, the government reporting more than 20 deaths. And in Cuba, where the hurricane...
20 deaths in Haiti. 20 deaths in Haiti.
...made its second landfall. Residents now digging out after flash flooding leveled homes.
And the U.S. State Department says they are going to be sending urban search and rescue teams along with critical needed aid here. Some of that set to arrive here at the airport as soon as this morning. Craig?
George Solis Force, once again, they're on the ground in Jamaica. George, thank you.
That devastation is remarkable to see.
All right, let me see if I can pull up anything now for anywhere else. So as it says here, Hurricane Melissa live update at least 30 dead as the storm heads to Bermuda. Right, so the storm is heading to Bermuda, and there's at least 30 people that has gone deceased so far. As you hear, there was 20 people in Haiti. So let me see if I can pull up any footage of Haiti. Cuba, Jamaica clean up as Hurricane Melissa moves across Bahamas. So let's see if I find any articles on the, and let me see if I find any videos of Melissa. Hurricane, let me type, make sure I put this Hurricane Melissa in Haiti. See if I find anything. So Melissa slams Jamaica, causing widespread Melissa destruction. Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti. Let me see if any updates in regards to Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti takes. Oh no, I need an actual coverage in regard. I only see mostly about Jamaica. I don't see anything about after Melissa's destruction, Haiti, Jamaica, and Cuba. Let me see if I find any video. It's mainly, it's not saying anything about Cuba or Haiti. It's combining. Let me look at this video. This appears. Let me see what this video is about.
This is the damage of Melissa. Total disaster.
So this is
Jamaica
another.
had braced itself
This is
for
another
the storm of the century.
This is another video about Jamaica. More so, it's not saying anything about just Haiti. Dozens killed as Hurricane Melissa wreaks chaos in Jamaica. But I don't see anything about Haiti. Let me see what this one is saying here. Yeah, it seems like this is kind of like the same thing. Let me see.
Let's get an update on Hurricane Melissa now, which has been downgraded to a Category 2 system after carving a path across multiple Caribbean nations. Flooding has killed at least 20 people in Haiti, while more than 3/4 of Jamaica's residents are still without power, and hundreds of thousands of residents in Cuba have been evacuated. Nate is watching the situation closely. What's the latest, Nate?
The latest update on Melissa is that it's just left the Cuban coast. It's been a very, very wild 24 hours through this region. It has really carved a path of destruction across, well, first Jamaica and now Cuba, and it's heading towards the central and eastern Bahamas next. The pictures are just incredible. We've seen huge amounts of rainfall, widespread destruction. Most of Jamaica without power at the moment, and the pictures coming out of Cuba now are also really, really looking like that country has suffered, even though it was a Category 3 system as it came in, a really big impact from Melissa. Now, the system is continuing to weaken. The winds around it at the moment are around 155 kilometres an hour. That typical central core that you see with cyclones and hurricanes.
Don't mess with Mother Nature, because when she and Father Nature are having an argument, she comes through with devastation or anger. She's bawling, she's crying, she's weeping, she's blowing a raging storm. Because, you know, that's kind of funny. I just thought about that. I wonder if why we have storms and hurricanes is because the heavens, the gods are arguing, right? And these gods control certain elements in nature. And let's say Mother Nature controls, let's say Mother Nature is a god and controls the element of rain, wind, right? And she combines both of them in a rage and just whip it across wherever she picks for that moment. That's kind of funny, right? But what if that's what it is? Just raging across because she's angry. Wouldn't that would make so much sense, right? All right, but let's continue.
Hurricanes, the same, has now moved on because it's been destroyed because of the mountainous territory over Cuba. Now, from here, the system's likely to continue heading northwards, and we're likely to see over the next few hours the Bahamas being impacted, and then it will continue off into the Atlantic. So in the next 12 hours or so, we should start to see the last of the effects of Melissa on those Caribbean nations. We're going to keep across the latest for you as the updates come in from the American forecasting services, and we'll try to get some information from the ground as soon as possible, team. But you can understand it's an incredibly difficult situation.
Yeah, and it sounds like for Jamaican authorities, it's actually really difficult to assess the full scale of the damage because there has been damage to communication, blackouts, of course. There have been people in shelters also just trying to get out now and assess the damage to their homes. Of course, poverty is a big issue in Jamaica, and people, we heard yesterday, there actually just wasn't enough shelters for people to get to.
Yeah, and we've been speaking to a number of people in Jamaica over the past couple of days preparing, and many of them are now without power. So it's going to take some time to assess the full scale of the damage in Jamaica. Just some of those pictures are
Look at that. Chat, look at that. That house has been totally destroyed. Ripped apart.
absolutely
devastating.
extraordinary.
Yeah.
And so we will keep you up to date on the latest developments throughout the morning.
We're hearing that some parishes actually in Jamaica, in Santa Cruz town, have been devastated actually, which is really sad to be losing some of those historic buildings. Some of the landslides have also blocked main roads, and streets are now just absolute mud pits. So residents are trying to sweep the water off the streets and homes.
Crazy, right? I don't see anything specifically for, as much coverage as they have for Jamaica. I don't really see much coverage for Cuba and Haiti. Maybe because of the language barrier or something of the sort. It could be that is why they don't really have anything to really cover what has really happened in Cuba and Haiti. I would like to really have found something that would give more a comprehensive coverage of both of those islands, but apparently I can't seem to find anything. Can't really seem to find much. All right, guys, I am going to end it here. I'm going to end it here. Let's go back to that last image. Let's go back where we saw that house.
Really sad to be losing some of those historic buildings.
I think it was like right here. That's just, look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. The devastation. Wow. Just the sheer devastation. So let me pull it up so you guys can get a wide look. That's some serious flooding, where half of the house has been submerged underwater. The roof is gone and half of the house have been submerged underwater. Wow, I hope those folks are okay. I hope they're okay. It's gonna zoom over to the other one too. Wow, just devastating. Just devastating. Just devastating. Wow, look at that. Just look at that. Devastation. All right, guys. I've been on the stream for over an hour, and I'm going to end it right about now. So, as I usually say in closing, I say peace, love, and respects, right? And also remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to support the channel, right? And always remember, it is important that you be mindful when someone is going through some issues and they're struggling with certain devastation in life. If you can help them, help them. Yeah, I wanted to say that before I'm done with the live. You liking, sharing, and subscribing is not as important as if you can help out someone when you see these videos that we put out and give a coverage of it. If you can lend a hand, lend a hand. The greatest gift in life when someone needs help is for you to lend a hand. A helping hand is always welcome. Even sometimes someone will say, I don't want help, I don't care for your help, I don't need your help. A helping hand is always welcome. There's a colloquial saying that says, one hand washes the other. If you have one hand, you can't wash that hand without the other hand. And if someone has a hand and you have one hand and they have one hand, both of you can wash each other's hand. One hand washes the other. So help when you can, because it's important to know that if someone needs help, you lend a hand. It's one of the greatest gifts of all. Okay? There's another saying, another colloquial saying. I scratch your back, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. There are so many different sayings. So if you can help, help. And if you can't help, figure some way to give an assistance. You know, for those of you that pray for those that need help and pray for those that are willing to offer help. All right? So, going back to my closeout now, remember, love and respects. Okay? Thank you for watching. And if you watch this on later on, I appreciate you. All right? And remember to question everything, because if you don't, you may fall for anything. Think and say. Have a good day.